Imagine a year when your favorite word, stability, starts to sound different. Not as stay where you are, but as build something so strong that nothing can shake it. That's what 2026 brings for you, Taurus. If the last few years felt like endless test changes you didn't ask for, tension around money, strange twists in your love life, then 2026 comes as a year when the universe finally says, now let's make this work for you. This Taurus 2026 horoscope is for you if you are tired of living in survival mode, want real financial stability, not just I'm not starving, are ready to stop carrying everyone on your shoulders, crave a quieter but richer life emotionally and materially. In this forecast, we'll go through what 2026 means for Taurus from the point of view of astrology and numerology. Money and finances, where your income can grow and what stops it. Career and achievements, how to use your talents and stubbornness correctly. Investments and big decisions, what is worth your time, energy, and money. Love, relationships, family, health, self-development, spiritual and karmic lessons of 2026 for Taurus. Stay till the end of this two-part forecast because for Taurus, 2026 is not just another year. It's a year when you can finally see why everything was so unstable before and start living on your own terms. From the astrology side, Taurus is a fixed earth sign. You build, you protect, you preserve. You know how to make things real, not just talk about them. You're ruled by Venus, the planet of pleasure, values, money, and relationships. That's why you care about quality of life, of love, of work, of people. 2026, from the point of view of numerology, is a 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 10 1 year. Number 1 is about new beginnings, leadership, personal decisions, starting a fresh 9-year cycle. For Taurus, this is huge. It means you're not just fixing old problems anymore, you're laying the foundation for the next 9 years. Your choices in 2026 are like seeds. What you plant now, you'll harvest later in a big way. You'll feel a mix of fear and excitement when facing changes because they're not cosmetic, they're structural. Comparing 2026 with previous years for Taurus, let's look at the emotional weather of the last few years. 2024, a year of internal struggle between I want more and I'm afraid to lose what I have. You saw where your comfort zone actually turned into a cage. 2025, a year of shakeups and reality checks, financial, emotional, sometimes physical. The universe showed you who and what is really on your side and what's only draining you. 2026, a switch year. From reaction to conscious construction. You're no longer just adapting to waves, you decide where to build your pier. If you learned the lessons of 2024 to 2025, 2026 can become one of the most successful years of this decade for Taurus in terms of long-term stability, money, and inner peace. Let's start with your favorite topic. Will 2026 be a good money year for Taurus? Short answer: yes, if you're ready to adjust how you earn and spend. The numerological 1 year plus your earthy Taurus nature creates perfect conditions for starting new financial strategies, building reliable sources of income, finally getting paid what you're worth. Where money can grow in 2026 for Taurus: skills you already have but didn't fully monetize, fields connected with beauty, comfort, food, design, real estate, finances, nature, art, consulting, long-term projects instead of quick, chaotic side jobs. You'll clearly see which activities give money but eat your soul, which ones give less now but can grow big later, where you're undercharging or overgiving. The universe will gently and sometimes not so gently push you to raise your prices or salary expectations, stop working for peanuts out of guilt or fear, stop saving people who should be saving themselves. Main financial danger for Taurus in 2026, clinging to old, dying sources of income purely because they're familiar, overspending to reward yourself for stress, keeping money in places or formats that no longer make sense. This is a perfect year to revise your budget, clean up debts, build a financial cushion, stop feeling guilty for wanting more. The more clearly you define your financial boundaries and standards, the more easily money flows to you in 2026. Career and achievements for Taurus in 2026. In career, Taurus 2026 is about professional self-respect. You may feel tired of doing work that doesn't match your true level, annoyed by bosses who don't appreciate you, bored with tasks that you can do half asleep. This is not a coincidence. It's your inner compass saying, you've outgrown this stage. In 2026, many Taurus natives will take more responsibility, step into leadership roles, change companies or fields, or finally make their side hustle a real business. Good directions for Taurus in 2026. Anything where you can create something tangible: products, services, systems, spaces, experiences. Finance, banking, accounting, investments, consulting. Beauty, fashion, design, art, music. Food, agriculture, eco-topics, wellness. Project management, HR, and all roles where patience and consistency are crucial. You'll be rewarded when you show reliability and professionalism, but stop playing the quiet hard worker who never asks for anything. 2026 wants you to speak up about what you want, negotiate better positions and conditions, admit to yourself that you are capable of more. If you've been working on your skills in 2024 to 2025, 2026 can bring a promotion, an important role in a big project, or the birth of your own brand, channel, initiative. It's not about exploding quickly, it's about entering a lane where your growth is finally aligned with your nature instead of fighting it every day. Achievements and personal success in 2026. This is the year where Taurus can finally look back and say, I didn't just survive, I actually built something. Possible achievements in 2026. Buying something big and meaningful: home, car, land, expensive equipment. Stabilizing your income at a new, higher level. Formalizing your status, position, business registration, degree, certification, public recognition. Clearing old debts or closing long-standing financial loops. Feeling less anxiety around money and future. But don't expect fireworks every week. For Taurus, success in 2026 looks like quiet but powerful progress. Fewer crises, more clarity, less drama, more inner "I've got this." Investments and big decisions. A very important layer of your Taurus 2026 yearly horoscope is the topic of investments, property, relocation, long-term commitments. For many Taurus natives, this year will bring critical choices: buy or not buy, stay or move, expand business or protect what's already built, continue an old format or rebuild from a stronger base. We'll talk about this more deeply in part 2, together with love and relationships: who stays, who leaves, who appears new, family and home moves, repairs, changes in household, health and body, what to strengthen so you don't carry stress in your neck, back, stomach, self-development and spiritual growth, your inner upgrade. Karmic lessons of 2026 for Taurus: what you finally stop tolerating. We've already seen how 2026 for Taurus becomes a year of money, stability and smart ambition. Now let's dive into what everyone secretly waits for: who will be next to you, what will happen at home, what your body will say, and what your soul is really asking from you this year. Investments and big decisions in 2026 for Taurus. Investments in 2026 are not just about money, they're about roots. This year is favorable for buying or selling real estate, moving from temporary rentals to something more stable, investing in land, repairs, renovations, improving your workspace or home office, purchasing things that will serve you for years, not weeks. You'll feel a strong need to have your own corner, make your home more beautiful, practical, cozy, create a space where you can exhale and feel safe. Big decisions may include changing the city or even country, joining finances with a partner, starting or formalizing a family business, choosing where and with whom you want to build your future. Rule of thumb for Taurus in 2026: if it gives you more peace, more long-term stability and more self-respect, it's worth serious consideration. If it gives only status, envy of others and extra stress, think twice. Love and relationships for Taurus in 2026. Love in Taurus 2026 horoscope is about quality, not quantity. If you're single, you become more selective. You're no longer attracted only by spark and chemistry, you look for reliability and depth. You may attract people who are older, more stable, or very grounded, but there is also a chance of a karmic, intense bond with someone who feels like home from the first conversation. Romantic opportunities can appear through work, mutual friends, neighbors, family events, or anything connected with comfort: cafes, markets, design, food, art. If you're in a relationship, 2026 tests whether your partnership is a safe harbor or a constant emotional storm. You may talk more about money, living conditions, long-term plans, children, shared property. Problems that were swept under the rug in 2024 to 2025 may finally have to be brought to light. Healthy relationships in 2026. Support your goals, respect your need for calm and comfort. Don't demand that you constantly sacrifice yourself. Relationships that are built only on habit, fear of loneliness or financial dependence may slowly crack. Some Taurus natives will decide to move out, stop tolerating disrespect, or finally separate in order to regain peace. The main love theme of 2026 for Taurus: I want a relationship where my nervous system feels safe. Home and family topics are very active in 2026. You may repair, renovate, or rearrange your space, move to a quieter area, closer to nature, distance yourself from toxic relatives, or, on the contrary, reconnect with family in a healthier format. Old childhood patterns can surface: how you relate to money, how you express love, how you handle conflict and silence. You'll see which reactions are truly yours and which you inherited. This awareness gives you power. You can stop passing those patterns onto your own children or loved ones. Creating your own atmosphere at home in 2026 is not a luxury, it's emotional medicine. Health and body for Taurus in 2026. Your body in 2026 is like a mirror of how seriously you take yourself. Weak spots for Taurus this year: neck, throat, jaw, back and lower back, digestion from emotional overeating or constant stress, hormonal balance and metabolism if you ignore rest. You may feel tension from swallowed words, exhaustion from constant responsibility, heaviness from accumulated emotions. You don't express. Helpful practices: body care as a ritual, not punishment. Massages, stretching, walking, swimming, slow, grounding activities, yoga, pilates, nature walks, gardening, food that actually nourishes you, not just fills emotional holes. If you listen to your body early, it will thank you with strength and endurance. If you ignore signals, 2026 can bring stop moments when your body simply blocks you from continuing in the old rhythm. The message of your health this year: take care of me now, and I'll carry you through the next decade. Self-development and spiritual growth. Spiritually, Taurus 2026 is a move from survival to conscious living. You may feel drawn to psychology, therapy, coaching, books and courses about money mindset and self-worth, practices that ground you, meditation, journaling, mindful walking, breathwork. This is a year when you clearly see where you've lived according to someone else's values. Begin to build your own, what matters to you, not to parents, society, or partners. Questions that will be important in 2026. What does a truly good life mean for me? What am I doing only to be accepted, not because I want it? If I believed 100% that I deserve stability and comfort, what would I change? Self-development for Taurus this year is not about becoming someone else, it's about finally allowing yourself to be yourself, without constant shame for your desires, your pace, your need for security and beauty. Karmic lessons of 2026 for Taurus. Every powerful year carries its lessons. For Taurus, they are: 1. Stop carrying the whole world on your shoulders. You'll be shown where you play the role of the strong one for everyone and how it silently destroys you. The universe will ask you to put something down. 2. Learn to say no without guilt. Saying yes to everyone has cost you time, energy, health, and money. In 2026, your karma is to choose yourself more often and see that the world doesn't collapse when you do. 3. Let go of dead stability. Stability that is built on fear, stagnation, and suppression is not real safety. This year teaches you to trade fake stability for something more alive and honest. Final summary for Taurus 2026. Compared to the last years, 2026 for Taurus is calmer on the surface, deeper on the inside, more about building than about surviving. You can strengthen your finances, upgrade your career, improve your living situation, build more mature relationships, feel safer in your own body and in your future. But all of this comes with one condition: you must stop living on autopilot. When you consciously choose peace over drama, value your work and your body, invest in real stability instead of appearances, then 2026 becomes the year when your life stops feeling like a constant test and starts feeling like a home you actually like living in. Save this forecast, come back to it during the year, and let 2026 become the year where your Taurus nature finally gets what it truly deserves: solid ground, real love, and a future that feels safe and beautiful.